Ready. 180.
So we got man.
Eight.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Used to having coaches tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. That's right, Marvin. 58.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's good for Panthers. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
On 1st down, Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
He's checking. Crash.
Newton takes it himself. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Situation. Let's go.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
52. 52's the mic.
At the 36-yard line.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hey, watch it.
Out of the gun, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. McCaffrey. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw, Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
20.
Here's Newton. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Hey, watch your leg. 8.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Completes it to Samuel. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
58, 58, it's Mike. Gun. 58's the Mike. 58.
From the gun, here's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Mike's 59.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there, second down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On second down, Ekeler. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On third down, Rivers. A bullet throw, but incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 29, Newton. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but now it'll be third down. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Newton. And the tight end, Olsen, right side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
58 to Mike. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Newton throwing again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. Here we go. Gun. Here we go. What is it? 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Slow. Get that quarterback. What is it?
Newton on third down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. He spins free. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Newton now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Hey, Delta!
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Rivers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
$20. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Newton now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds an opening past the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Tackles, tackles. Undercrush, undercrush. 8, 8. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Zoom. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Now Newton on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Man, I got you. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Express! Banjo, 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 banjo. Gun, gun, gun. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. Check pass.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Here we go.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Check curls. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. Run you over. 58, boys, 58.
From the gun, Newton. They'll roll him out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Great. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Danny.
Here we go on 4th. Newton forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half, Rivers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss play to Eckler. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw is Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. They'll run here with Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. I'm here all day.
Throwing on second and long. Newton. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. 3rd and long for Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And Allen's got it. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19. Yard line.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Ready! 190. Check. Watch the play. Go orange.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? The fullback wide, and he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Rivers got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down. 58's the mic.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first and 10, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Great. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. That's rock now. My 52. All day, baby.
To throw again. Newton. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They will go for it. Now Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And right side caught, Hogan. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
To throw again on second down. Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Throwing again is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Joey Bosa getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
Gun. 58, right? Mike, 58, right there.
Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the run.
From the red zone now, Newton. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for two. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll find his way in for two. And we're back to a two-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Rivers pass on target to Hunter Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A fourth touchdown pass there for Phillip Rivers. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Newton on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he slides to avoid the hit. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 16.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run it here with Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Throwing again. Newton. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
20. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Again, Newton. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Chris Hogan, 33 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Gano for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you say. Problems, only got real ones round them. Only got
It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I really need down to finish. I don't play get down.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and we are underway in Southern California. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
50. That's it. 180. 58 right there. I got you. I got you.
On first down, it's Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
180. 52 right here. And watch that. Hey, watch the block.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Newton to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Hogan there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Rivers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
No. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep, Jadon Mickens.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Newton. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Block the team! Stay with your man!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 39, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On 2nd down, it's Gordon, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They're 180! 180! 59! And we got to get to the ball, team.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
180! Check, crunch! Chopper! Check 49! White!
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Newton. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Newton now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Newton now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the ground, McCaffrey. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Newton, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Melvin Ingram, his 2nd sack of the night.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
58 Mike, 58 Mike. Defense wins championships, baby. 58, boy, 58.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jerry Tillery providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Throwing, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mario Addison leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
12. Check 13. Check 13. Pilot, 64, weak.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers, Hunter Henry brings it in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And Allen's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing again on second down. Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he He's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 70 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short. Newton over the middle. That's caught by Hogan. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
20.
To throw again. Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Newton throwing again. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And way the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on first down. Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
180, 190.
Second and 10.
There we go.
89.
Throwing on second down. Rivers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This defense trying to do its part. Active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Allen's got it over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Stay there. 390.
Get in the weight room. Get in the
On second and 9, Rivers. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Newton now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Fancy footwork at the 45. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now a first down throw for Newton. Steps away. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Gun. 20.
Back to the Mike back to.
Newton on first down. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
58, come on. 8.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike,
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Rivers. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And an alley to run. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey, and an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Newton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now it's Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
50. 180. 58 right there. Watch the out. Watch the out.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Next to score, Panthers 21, Chargers 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for...
It got his man. Complete. Touchdown, LA. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And now they have taken a 4th quarter lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Back to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Now Newton steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Great, great.
Now it's Newton. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Wide, get wide.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Mike. 180, 390.
Go. Check, tight right.
Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his helmet. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him, All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.